but you have these red light violations, these speeding violations, okay? So you're getting away you're not getting away with them. We're addressing them today.
We do about 25,000 women a year to give them the gift of looking cancer-free, and we grant wishes for children last minute.
Some comfort. I know you're still sad because of your mom, and things are going bad for you, so maybe things can turn around for you today. You feel like your luck is running out?
Not so much. I think I'm still doing pretty all right.
A single mom with no permanent address struggles to get her life together. She's got 9 violations, 2 speeding violations, 3 red light violations, and 4 parking tickets. That's a lot.
I was aware of the parking tickets, but not the speeding and red lights.
What do you want to tell me about the parking tickets there?
I know the parking ticket, the ticket meter, I think it was. I literally...
2 of these parking tickets are overnight parking tickets.
She stated that the parking expired when she was at the court supporting her sister. They gave her a ride to her car, and as soon as she stepped out, the lady was giving her a ticket. She had 2 other overnight tickets where she parked on the street. She told the court that it was her sister's house, so she doesn't have a permanent address yet.
Are you working? You're not working. So what you're telling me is you don't have enough money to pay for this. I'm listening, but I don't hear anything.
No.
Are you living with your sister? You are?
She has 3 siblings and a 6-year-old kid. She also happens to be a single mom, and that's a lot of responsibilities for one person. Judge Frank stated that some extraordinary people have sent in donations to help people, so he's going to be helping her get the fines paid with those donations. It's really nice that he's so compassionate.
Which means that you're going to leave today, okay, and take care of your child and try to get your life back together and not have your license suspended or have to go through this.
Thank you. I'm in a program right now trying to help me find a job.
The judge stated that her getting a break wasn't enough, and hopefully she would be in the position to help someone else one day. She explained that she had advocated for Rhode Island medical air recipients that needed transportation to dialysis and wound care in the job she did for 5 years, so she understands the importance of helping others.
And this was it. In the past 10 years, through hard work and personal responsibility, I've gone from being truly broke and nearly hopeless to being a productive professional member of society. Everyone deserves a second chance. And it would make me happy if I might be able to provide it.
Judge Frank stated that her fine was $250, and with the understanding that she wouldn't be coming back, he stated that the donation would be used to pay for it. She's clearly a kind person, and I hope things get better for her. A homeless man with over 100 tickets opens up about being adopted and his journey to find his birth parents. 100 though? Like, how did that even happen? He's got $40 for each ticket, and that's a lot.
I usually pay him. The car is no longer operational.
How many parking tickets do you think you've had?
Oh gosh, I don't know. Probably about 80.
80?
Yeah.
He thinks he had 80 parking tickets then.
It's probably more than that.
They were overnight parking tickets. Judge Frank asked him to get himself a parking spot, but he explained that the car was no longer operational and he's now on a shelter rescue mission. He's working, but he's homeless, and it's been that way for about 3 months. The judge asked if he had a family, but it appears that he was adopted, so it's just him, and it's heartbreaking.
Good morning, Judge.
All right, Martino, I asked you to come out for a very special reason. This is Anthony Evans. Anthony Evans has 2 overnight parking tickets, right? And in the past, he's had 101 parking tickets. Now, Anthony at the present time indicates to me that he's homeless. You're homeless right now?
Yes, I am. Yep.
Apparently, his adopted mother had passed away, and her family members were not particularly his family members in their own demeanor. Martino has a charity called wigsandwishes.org, and they grant wigs and wishes to women and children battling cancer with no red tape. That's pretty impressive, and it's good to know that there are people out there making the world a better place.
When I was 11, I knew I was adopted my whole life. My mom told me when I was really little that you were special and I chose you. But when I was 11, there was a movie that came out called An American Tale. And it was about a little mouse that lost his family. And the moral of the story was never say never. And at the end, he found his family.
He sat before judges and attorneys, celebrities, and lawyers his entire life trying to find who his mother was, but nobody was willing to help him out. Then one day, according to him, he sat before somebody who didn't wear a badge under their robe, but he wore a hat, and fortunately for him, he found his birth mother and his birth father, and he had a good relationship with them for 13 years before he passed away.
I think you just touched Anthony.
It's pretty similar, Your Honor.
So what do you think I should do with this case, Martino?
Originally, I wanted you to teach him a lesson because he had over 100 tickets already. But after you told me he was adopted, I want to put my mask on and give him a hug.
Trust Judge Frank to be compassionate as ever. He stated that he was going to charge him $40, which he's not going to be paying for. The judge further stated that he was going to be paying the $40 out of the Philomena fund, so it wouldn't be costing him anything. He revealed that his mother passed before he can meet her, and he's currently trying to seal a relationship with his father. I feel sorry for this guy.
A lot of us take for granted our situation in life, and it's listening to stories. Martino's is very compelling, and yours
Right.
as well.
Yes.
And Martino, any advice you want to give him before we leave?
Yes. Your Honor, I would like to help you reconcile your relationship with your father, if it's okay with you.
Yes, sure. Thank you.
Good luck to both of you. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you, brother.
That was a bit of an emotional roller coaster. Martino's got such a good heart, and we definitely need more people like him out in the world. On to the next case. A grieving motorist tells Judge Caprio about her inspirational mother who she just lost to COVID-19. Miss Penny came to court with a friend named Michael Perry. She happens to have some hearing issues, and she immediately told her friend to tell the judge that she couldn't hear him.
Your motor vehicle has been booted.
Correct.
You have 4 parking tickets
Okay.
and 1 red light violation.
Okay.
Who drives the car beside you?
Who drives?
Yeah, are you the only driver?
I drive. I'm the driver.
Just you.
Yeah, that's right.
Her friend told the court that she had recently lost her mom to COVID, and he was happy as that was the first time he'd seen her smile in a while. The judge asked how long ago she had lost her mom. She explained that she had passed away on May 1st, but she went into the hospital on April 4th. At first, they thought she had the flu, but it ended up getting worse, and then she passed.
You also have 4 parking tickets.
Again, I will pay the parking tickets. I will pay what I need to pay. I don't get paid until Monday. I get an appointment, but I will pay them.
The fact that she's willing to take responsibility and pay whatever the penalty is without even arguing is commendable. Judge Frank believed that she got that attitude from her mom. She affirmed that everything she knew was from her mom, and that's honestly a beautiful thing. She's got 4 parking tickets and they cost $235. Her car has also been booted and that cost us $100.
So what do I do? Like, how do I pay it?
I want you to take a deep breath and relax, okay? Take a deep breath and relax. Just relax, okay? Right. Here's what we're going to do. Can you hear me clearly now?
I can hear you a little bit, not clearly, but I can hear you.
Okay.
Judge Frank told her that the court has funds that are sent from different parts of the world, and those funds are requested to be used to help people who are needy and people who the court feels are worthy because of the hardship in their life, and this fund is the Philomena Fund.
So we're going to use the Philomena Fund to pay the $300.
Oh, well, that's very much appreciated.
I hope we offered you some comfort. I know you're still sad because of your mom, and things are going bad for you, so maybe things can turn around for you today.
She stated that things would definitely turn things around for her. If not, she'd be in jail. It's rare for people to accept responsibilities and willingly decide to pay for their mistake, but the fact that she did was amazing. On to our next case. A motorist describes the misery she and her young son have been through these past 2 years. Judge Frank explained the city does not charge for school zone violations, except if you're doing 31, and it's also been his policy that if it's 1 mile over, he'll dismiss it, and she happens to have 2 that are 31, so they're going to get dismissed.
So far you've had 2 dismissed, so you feel lucky so far?
I do.
You do? Sometimes your luck runs out, you know.
Well, I'm glad I have this little bit right now.
Well, you may get double luck today.
I've had a rough 2 years, so I would really appreciate that.
She revealed that her son's father was murdered 2 years ago, and she also lost her house a year ago and it was taken over by the bank. It must have been pretty tough for her. Her son was 1 year old when his father passed, but he's 3 years old now, so she's basically her son's sole support.
Are you working?
Not right now.
Okay. You have 3 more school zone violations that are $50 each. So it's going to cost you I'm going to impose a fine of $150.
The judge stated that she wasn't going to pay for it as it's going to be paid from the Philomena Fund. She certainly deserves a break, so does her 3-year-old son. The defendant has spent most of his life in prison. He's in court with counsel Tim Baldwin. The case appears to be 15 years old, and he was charged with failing to execute his turn signal. He's got another matter that's 17 years old with the same charge, but this time it was coupled with overtaking on the left. That's not all, he's also got a similar charge of overtaking on the west with no turn signal.
Charge of overtaking on the left and no turn signal. He specializes, Inspector Quinn, in turn signals and overtaking on the left. Counsel, I'm at the edge of my seat, waiting for your explanation. What do you want to tell me about this?
Thank you, Your Honor. This case was referred to me as part of the Roger Williams Law School Pro Bono Collaborative.
So he's appearing in court pro bono. He explained that Mr. Turner, starting at the age of 18, has been in and out of the state prison system. He was released in May the year before, and he completed a treatment program at the Eminos house for 90 days, and since then he's been working really hard at a company called Rhode Island Metals full-time.
He has tickets here, he has tickets in Pawtucket, one other community, and also at the Rhode Island Traffic Tribunal. And we're visiting all of the places where he has old tickets in an attempt to resolve them so that we can then move forward so that he can get his license.
He further explained that before he started working where he currently is, he had worked for the federal court, and as part of that, he worked pretty closely with the Hope Court, which is a federal reentry court in Rhode Island. He observed a few defendants who were very interested in changing their lives after being released from prison.
What I've observed is that the people who really do want to change, who really do want to make an effort, often are successful at that. So I've been working with Mr. Turner now for a few months, and I found him to be very punctual and very responsive to all my requests. And he seems to me to be the type of person who I think really does want to change his life.
According to his record, he has 15 violations. He told the court that he got a lease since he was 18 and now he's 36, so basically he'd spent 18 years in prison. He had spent literally all of his entire adult life in prison. So I'm curious to know what got him there in the first place. I mean, you are too, right? Well, since he's been out, he's had no problems and he lives in an apartment with his girlfriend.
I have subscribed to the theory that when someone has spent an awful lot of time incarcerated, that I want to give them a chance in life.
According to the judge, finding him and getting his license suspended until he paid would serve no useful purpose for him. Based on the representation of the counsel, who did a great job, and the sincerity that Mr. Turner exhumed, Judge Frank believes he's worthy of having all of the charges dismissed.
I do believe that Mr. Turner is on the right path right now, and we also, the city, we do wish you the best. And
thank you. All right, I want to congratulate counsel for an excellent presentation. Mr. Turner, our best wishes for you. Good luck to you. These matters are dismissed. As far as the registry is concerned, you will be cleared through this court.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.